is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing some Detroit Lions news that we were given today. The Lions went out and signed a player to the practice squad, so let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, you know, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome in, everybody, to another video. Glad you guys are here. And yes, the Lions made some roster moves. Wasn't expecting to get a lot of news because, of course, it's the bye week. So we've been focusing on film, breaking stuff down like that. But we were given some Lions news today. So that's what we're going to be talking about. As you guys can see from the board, the Lions went out and signed running back Tavien. Okay, now the reason I'm showing you guys this first is because look at that S, man. Come on, man. You ever seen an S look like that? It looks like an 8. That's next level. I mean, look how it looks cursive as well. That's great stuff. So, hey, look, Clemson, 2-8. Number 8, the S is the 8. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just an artist. All right, now let's get into today's video, okay? So, Tavien. Now, before we get into the 3 reasons why the Lions signed him, I first want to discuss who he is. Because if you don't know who he is, then you probably don't care why the Lions signed him. So, here is who Tavien is, all right? He is a very powerful running back that was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school that went to Clemson, but then decided to transfer to South Carolina. Why did he transfer to South Carolina? Because, well, Clemson had a running back that was known as Travis Etienne. Yeah, he's an okay running back. So he travels and transfers. I don't know why I said travel. He transfers over to South Carolina where he splits carries with Rico. So he's in South Carolina, but he also, had some playing time with Clemson as well. And he's a powerful running back, 5'11", 220 plus pounds. And, he's just a powerful physical type of running back. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Bo Scarborough, which is interesting that he would remind you of Bo Scarborough because Bo Scarborough eligible to be brought back from IR as well. But the thing with Bo Scarborough is that, they may not want to activate him because they're going to have to move someone to activate him. So what does Bo Scarborough's future look like with the Detroit Lions, right? That's kind of up in question right now. But let's first touch on the strengths and weaknesses that I saw of him as a player, and then we'll hop in to why I think the Lions signed him, the 3 reasons why, okay? So the first strength we see is this. He's a physical runner, and we know what we've seen from Darrell Bevel with guys like Carrion, Adrian Peterson. He's good with having, the physical type of running backs, the guys that can go between the tackles, the guys that can help set up play action. This is a guy that's known for yards after carry, not necessarily a guy that's known for being flashy and elusive. All right, this is a powerful physical type of runner. That's the kind of style you're getting here, kind of style that you see with Bo Scarborough, and the kind of style that you see with Adrian Peterson as well. Also, he has some solid top end speed. Now, he's not the fastest guy, not the most elusive, not the quickest, but if you get him in a straight line, he can break some plays. He can break some plays, make some plays out there. So that's nice. Also, I love his vision. His vision is pretty darn good to see gaps, see holes. And again, a lot of stuff is in between the tackles with Clemson and with South Carolina. So for the Detroit Lions, if he does get some opportunities with Darrell Bevel, I think he'll actually fit in pretty nice. And he only had 4 games in college with 13 or more carries. So, that tells me he doesn't have to deal with a huge workload, and he could be fresh coming into the NFL. Some of the weaknesses is lateral speed. Getting him to the outside probably isn't something that you're trying to do. Like I say, he's not super elusive. He's not going to be breaking guys' ankles in the back end, but he will run through some contact, and he's just a powerful physical type of runner that you can rely upon. He also can catch the football. It's not like his strength. He's not a super dynamic running back, but he can catch it. He can get the job done. He did have 40 receptions, but he's not a guy that you're, looking at as a big receiving threat that other teams are game planning for coming into a week. Known as a player that's like super special, like a player that defense are super concerned about, but he's just a talented, reliable running back. Now, one thing I will point up is against some very good talent like Clemson and against Alabama and South Carolina, he didn't have his best games. All right, he did not nowhere near have what he averaged on a season when it comes to yards per carry. Now, that can do a little bit with South Carolina not being able to match up with those teams, and it's also maybe because he just struggled a little bit in those football games. You can see that it's a guy that's pretty reliable. The stats show it. You can see it when you watch him play. Heck, you can just see that from highlights alone when you watch him play. Just the type of style that they utilize him in, and now the shotgun a lot is what I like in Clemson, some of the pistol as well. So I think he could fit this offense, be a rotational player, but we don't know if he's ever going to get on the field. However, here's the 3 reasons why the Lions signed him. First off, Kareth White was placed on injury reserve off the practice squad, so that opens up a spot for the Lions to go sign someone, not have to move anybody. It just makes sense to have a healthy running back there, right? It just makes sense to have a healthy running back on the practice squad. So that's the first reason. The second reason, could he be part of the future? Now, look, I know it sounds crazy to talk about future when you're signing a guy to a practice squad, but keep in mind what happened with Bo Scarborough, right? He's a practice squad player that eventually got his opportunity. I know this guy's been with 3 or 4 teams already, but he got his opportunity, injuries took place, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, this guy's kind of nice, and he's brought back to the roster next year. Now, what does Bo's future look like? I don't know. I don't know what his future looks like. We know we already released Ty Johnson, so who knows what his future looks like with the Detroit Lions, but we know that he was given the opportunity, and he showed some things, and he's still, as of now, right here on the Lions roster, so that's good. We know Karen Johnson, his future is kind of in question. We'll see what that looks like. And Adrian Peterson's 35. He's not getting any younger. Well, he may be brought back another year or whatever, depending on if Daryl Bevel's still here and Matt Patricia and those guys are still here. And, that really does dictate a lot of this guy's potential future. And I don't want to dive too much into it because, of course, it's just a practice squad signing. But we know that, again, if he was part of the future, we have some older guys and we have some pieces right now that we're not sure what their future looks like. A lot of futures, huh? All right, and then the third reason, which is the biggest reason in my opinion, and Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, you aren't slick, but he was with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It just makes sense. Why would you not sign a guy that's available from the Jacksonville Jaguars so you can get a little bit of insight? If there was ever a must-win game in Matt Patricia's tenure with Detroit, it's week 6. He needs to win the football game, okay? He can't lose to Jacksonville. I will just say that. The chance of him getting fired if he loses to Jacksonville, I would say, are probably pretty darn high. I would say at least 50%. So if I'm Matt Patricia, I'm doing everything I can to start planning for this team, prepping for this team. You have 2 weeks to do it. You have 2 weeks to go win this game, and any little advantage can help. So take advantage of it, especially if you have an open roster spot. So that's why the Lions signed, in my opinion, Tavien Feaster, okay? What do you guys think? Do you guys know anything else about Tavien that you want to put in the comment section below and let everybody know? Then do it. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Are you kidding me right now? I had to put my helmet on for this one. Are you kidding? Look at this. Look at all these members. What? Yo, hey. Shout out to all the members, man. Look how many All-Pro members there are. Like, literally, it's the whole screen, dog. This is crazy. The patrons, of course, the Hall of Fame members, man. Y'all got the gold color. It's kind of yellow, but it's supposed to be gold. Shout out to all the members, man. If you want to be a part of this, all you got to do is join the channel. But there are perks that come with it. Stay locked in the community tab if you are a member because that's where a lot of information comes out. I appreciate all of you. What?